be honest. When was the last time that you woke up and didn't feel tired? When was the last time that that happened? Probably when you were like a child. Most likely when you were like a child, right? Because nowadays, when you wake up, how do you feel? Do you feel well rested? Do you feel like you actually had a good night's sleep? Well, you didn't. You didn't have a good night's sleep. And so, because of that shitty night's sleep that you have every single day, you feel fucking tired, don't you? It's such a it's such a common experience that people they wake up and they feel tired. Like they don't feel well rested. They feel tired. That's not how sleep is supposed to work. Sleep is supposed to be the place where you could rest and heal. And then you wake up and you're supposed to feel good. But we don't do that. How do we feel when we wake up? We feel shitty, don't we? My sleep used to be so fucked, dude. So fucked. I remember because thing is, right, I used to spend the whole day just playing video games and fapping. I shit you not. The whole day. And so do you think my sleep was going to be good? No, of course not. It was going to be shitty. And it was shitty. Why? Because I used to play video games for 16, 17 hours every single day. I swear to God. I'm not even joking. The whole day. Basically the whole day, at least. If it wasn't the school day. And so it got to a point where I just couldn't do it. It got to a point where my dad used to like forcefully take them away from me. And you can remember this, right? You remember when you were a child and your parents used to like manage your screen time, manage your video game time. Yeah, my parents didn't used to do that for me. They used to let me play for the whole day. I still don't understand. But eventually they just got fed up about it. And so they took it away for a while. But I found out where they hid the controllers and the console and the actual games. I found out where they hid it because they were tired of the shit, and rightfully so. So I found out where they hid it. And when they used to go to bed, which keep in mind, my parents used to go to bed pretty late, like really, really late, like 11 p.m., 12 p.m. Now I know for some people they'll be like, what the fuck, 11 p.m.? Like that's not late at all. For me, it's pretty late, very, very late. And so I would wait for them to go to bed, and then I would go and play games 4 hours after they went to bed. Do you realize how fucked that is? Your parents go to bed. Imagine this, right? Your parents took away the one thing that you love most, the one thing that you love most over almost anything. They took that away, and you know you can play. You know you can play. You know where they hid the stuff, and so you play until like 3 a.m., 2 a.m. That's how fucked it used to be. That's how fucked my sleep used to be. Don't overlook this. What is so like most normal people? What do? They forego sleep, don't they? They'll sacrifice a little bit of sleep for something. Oh no, I got that homework assignment that I have to do. Oh no, I didn't like. Oh no, I'm hungry. I can't like go to bed hungry or some other bullshit. Oh no, I gotta finish this episode of this TV show, bro. What? No, don't sacrifice sleep for anything. Nothing. I don't sacrifice sleep for anything. Sleep should be your number one priority. It should be like at in your top three priorities. Why? Because sleep facilitates everything that you do. If you want to build more muscle, you got to get good sleep. You want to get higher grades, you got to get good sleep. You want to perform well in whatever sport you're playing, you got to get good sleep. Stop sacrificing it. You're like, you keep doing this, don't you? Every single night, you're like, oh no, I got to do this thing and this thing and this thing. I got to finish this homework assignment. I got to do this thing. I got to test tomorrow that I got to study for. And so I'm just going to stay up later. No, no, that's not how that works. Because I used to do this. I used to forgo sleep for literally anything. I used to forgo sleep to play more games. Most people, like, think about how weird that is. Most people will forgo one of the things that matters most to just waste time, waste more time. And so you need to get good sleep. Sleep is a non-negotiable because that's your foundation. You feel quite shitty right now, don't you? Probably because you got like 6 hours of sleep, 7 hours of sleep. And the surprising thing is, like, for most people, that's still like pretty good. For like a lot of like students and like people who are in college, That's still like a pretty decent amount of sleep if you really, really think about it. There's no excuse. No excuses. You can't forgo sleep. You need good sleep because sleep is the foundation. Just go to fucking bed, bro. Come on. Don't sacrifice sleep for anything. That's an actionable step right now, is that when you have to go to bed today, don't sacrifice it for anything. Don't say like, oh no, I've talked to this person, I gotta do this thing, like I gotta finish this homework. Nope. Nope. You go to bed. That's it. There's a couple ways that you can improve your sleep. Now, first of all, your sleep schedule is already fucked. It's already fucked. Why? Because you go to sleep at random times every single day. What I mean by this is that, let's say it's Sunday and you got school on Monday. You're gonna go to bed a little bit earlier, or maybe you even won't. Maybe you'll just stay up because you're just an idiot and you have no respect for yourself. So you're just gonna stay up and be like, oh yeah, like, oh, I'm not tired, and they're gonna be sleep deprived the day after. Which, by the way, one night of sleep will fuck you up. One night of bad sleep, sorry. One night of bad sleep will fuck you up. Just keep that in mind. Like, sleep debt is a real thing. Sleep debt is very, very much a real thing. Sleep debt is that if you don't get enough sleep, then you have to sleep more the night after. That's what sleep debt is. So, let's say you know you have to go to bed at 9 p.m. on a Sunday night to wake up at like 7 or sorry, 6 Monday morning. But you're like, oh no, I'm just gonna stay up until 12, bro. What? Why? You're just gonna be wasting fucking time. You could have been sleeping for those 3 hours, but instead you're just like scrolling on your phone, or you're just like eating some random food, or just playing fucking Fortnite or some random bullshit. Just go to bed. Go to bed. So your sleep schedule is already fucked. Because again, you go to sleep at random times every single day. Now, maybe you go to sleep consistently, like relatively at the same time, 5 days a week because of school, because of work, because of whatever. Then what happens on the weekends? What happens Friday night? What does every single person do Friday night? They stay up later. So I'm going to bed at 9 p.m. Most people don't even go to bed at 9 p.m. They're supposed to go to bed at 9 p.m. or whatever, but they go to bed at like 11. Instead of doing that, most people, they just stay up until 12, until 1, until 2. Humans aren't supposed to sleep like that. Humans are not supposed to sleep for 5 days consistently and then just 2 days of the whole week they just sleep whenever. That's not how humans work. Because the school week, doesn't fucking exist. The school week is just a modern concept. And so your ancestors, they didn't sleep like this. Most likely, your ancestors, they slept at a consistent time every single day. It's probably also why they had like 4 times the amount of testosterone that we do. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But your sleep's fucked because you go to bed at like 12 a.m. on a Friday night instead of when you're supposed to go to bed. You need consistent sleep. Yeah, of course, you need good sleep. Of course you do. But you need consistent sleep. You need to go to bed at the same time every single day and wake up at the same time every single day. So this is an actionable step for you right now. Go on your phone. You need to do this right now, by the way. Literally right now. Go on your phone. Go to like Google Calendar or just go on your Notes app or whatever and plan out when you're going to go to bed and what time you're going to wake up, and then stick to it. Do this right now. Take out your phone. You're probably already watching this on your phone. Go to your phone. Go to the Notes app or wherever the fuck you want to like write this down. What time you're going to wake up, what time you're going to go to sleep, and just stick to it every single day. Just think about it. Think about what time you could go to bed and go to sleep. What time you could go to bed and wake up at the same time every single day for the rest of your life. Realistically, like what time could you go to bed? Realistically think about that. And what time could you wake up, and just stick to it. No excuses. Just stick to it. Now, some days life's just gonna happen. Some days you're gonna stay up. Some days, like, you wanna have a little bit of fun or whatever the fuck, and you're gonna stay up way past your bedtime. Sometimes that's gonna happen, sure. What do you do in those scenarios? Well, let's say you're supposed to go to bed at 9 p.m. and wake up at 7. It's pretty good, isn't it? Well, let's say it's a Friday and you're out. You're out doing whatever. You're out hanging out with her boys, and then you check the time, and it's like 11 p.m., 12 a.m. Now you might think to yourself, okay, so I'm just gonna adjust my sleep schedule 2 hours further so that I get enough sleep. No, 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 no. Yeah, I know this might sound weird, but you should be keeping the same wake up time relatively. You shouldn't be like adjusting it. And so if you stay out late, if you stay up like 3 hours past your bedtime and you think, okay, I should adjust my wake up time to 3 hours later. No, 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 no. You should keep the same wake up time. Why? Because the cascading effect that it has is way worse than just having like one night of lost sleep. And like on that day, you can like take a nap or something as well to compensate for that. So that's absolutely fine. But don't adjust your sleep schedule that much. Keep like relatively the same amount of sleep consistently. So consistency is really, really key. Figure out what time you're going to go to bed and what time you're going to wake up and just stick to it. The second thing is that you still feel tired after 8 hours of sleep. Why? Like you go to bed. Let's say you got to wake up at 6 a.m. and you want 8 hours of sleep. What time do you go to bed? What do most people say? What time do you go to bed? 10 p.m. Right? That's 8 hours of sleep. And so if you want to get 8 hours of sleep, you go to bed at 10. You wake up at 6. Boom, simple, right? No, no, it's not that simple. Because you see, if you've actually tracked your sleep, if you've actually like meticulously like looked at the data, you will know that when you go to bed for 8 hours, when you're in bed for 8 hours, you might get only 6 hours of sleep. Why? Because you actually wake up for a lot of time during the night. You wake up for a significant amount of time. And so to compensate for that, you need to go to bed. Instead of going to bed at 10, if you want to wake up at 6, you need to go to bed at like 9, maybe even like closer to like 8, 8:30, which I know might sound weird. I know that might sound absurd. Like, okay, he's telling me to go to bed at 8 o'clock to wake up at 6. Like, yeah, that's absurd. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, fine. You're just gonna have shit sleep then. If you want to deal with that, fine. Chances are, though, it's like you don't want to deal with that and you do want to have good sleep. And so you need to take this actionable step right now. So if you want to and figure out how many hours should you be in bed for. For most people, maybe like 9.5, 10. Which I know might sound absurd, like you're allocating basically 10 hours for bedtime. But there's something called sleep efficiency, which is basically just how good you are at sleeping. And most people's sleep efficiency is around 80%. Mine's a little bit better. Mine's around like 85, 75, 85, 87%, around there. And so if I want 8 hours of sleep, I can be in bed for around like 9.5 hours. Well, for most people, you need to be in bed for 10 hours if you want 8 hours of sleep. And so if you want to go, if you want to wake up at 6 a.m., you have to be in bed at least, at the very least by 8:30, maybe even earlier. Especially if you're an active guy, like if you're watching these videos, chances are you're an active guy. You're not lazy, and so you need that sleep. You need adequate sleep. You need to allocate more time for bed. It's really that simple. Because again, if you ever track your sleep, like I've tracked my sleep for over 2 years now, and I found that I wake up for a significant amount of time during the night. And so you need to go to bed way, way earlier than you currently do. Way, way earlier if you want to wake up at the time that you do. Which chances are, if you got school or whatever, it's probably pretty early, isn't it? One struggle that you're probably going to go through, and this is what I went through for a long time, is that I would want to go to bed. I would like walk into my room, lie down in my bed, and I just could not fall asleep at all for like 30 minutes. I just couldn't do it. Could not fall asleep at all. I just wasn't tired. And so this is a really common experience, right? You go to bed feeling like really like you're not tired, are you? When you go to bed, you're not really tired. But when you wake up, you are tired. That's not how it's supposed to work. It's supposed to be flipped. When you go to bed, you should be really tired. That's why you're going to bed. And then when you wake up, you should feel pretty well rested. And so basically, all this means is that you're being a little bitch and you're just not being tired at the end of each day. You should feel tired at the end of every day. Why? Because you should be doing shit. You should be waking up. You should be waking up early. You should be doing a lot of these things. You should be doing your homework, doing the work that needs to be done. You should be going to the gym. You should be going to martial arts. You should be going to, school if you have to. You should feel tired at the end of every day. If you are an active guy, and chances are you are, right? If you're watching these kinds of videos, you are an active guy. You're not lazy. You don't sit on the couch eating fucking potato chips for 17 hours every single day. And so you should feel tired at the end of every day because you should be doing some level of physical activity every single day. Every single day you should be training. Every single day you should be active, even if it's as simple as like a light walk. You shouldn't be sitting around on your ass every single day. You need to be active. You need to be training. And when you do that, you're gonna feel tired at the end of the day. Because think about it, like when you do a hard leg day, when you do like a hard workout, even the hardest bed in the world, like if you just lay on like the floor, that just feels like a cloud because you've earned it. You've worked hard. And so you need to earn your sleep by working hard. Hope this video helped you, bro. Take care.